Continuing the SlickPour series, we're gonna now get into this system using gel, specifically conversion base and top, right now.
In this next episode of our SlickPour series, I'm gonna be working with conversion base and top. I'm gonna be showing you tips and tricks so that you have a seamless application. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna prep the natural nails before we get into the application process. I'm going to be using our new magic wand to push the cuticles back, all right? And then if you have any loose cuticle around the edges, you're going to be able to use the blade just to kind of loosen everything up. Once you've pushed the cuticles back, what we're going to do is we're going to use our arbor band to remove shine gently from the surface of the natural nail. I'm going to set my electric file at 3000 RPMs, and what I want to do is gently feather away the shine from corner to corner. What I like to do is use a manicure brush and just kind of dust off all the loose particles. And then what I could do is I could use a lint-free wipe to kind of come through and just make sure I remove all the oils and contaminants from the surface. Now what I'm going to do is use one coat of protein bond. I'm going to apply it from cuticle to free edge on all 10 nails. When it comes to the application, I'm going to be using the conversion base to establish the foundation first. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to all 10 fingers, and then once we're done doing that, I'm going to get ready for the powder application. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the conversion base, and what we're going to do is we're going to use one thin coat on all the fingers. The reason why I like to put on a base coat before we get into powder is it establishes a really strong foundation. This is going to set you up so that when you're doing your rebalancing in a couple of weeks and you have to file the color off, you don't have to worry about filing all the way down to the natural nail. The base is going to act as a barrier. I'm now going to go inside the light for 60 seconds. While the hand is curing inside the light, you can apply the base gel to the other hand. I'm going to be working with Velvet Overdrive. What I like to do is I like to keep the jar directly underneath the finger. So when we apply the coat of base, as soon as I'm done applying that coat, I'm immediately going to use the powder to powder coat the surface. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the conversion base coat, and I'm going to apply a nice even coat from cuticle to free edge. Just make sure that you apply a nice and even coat from the back of the cuticle to the front end of the nail. I'm immediately going to come in, I'm going to pick up a nice healthy amount, and I'm just going to pour it over the whole entire surface. And what this is going to do is it's going to powder coat the whole entire nail. And you can see it absorb into the base extremely well. As soon as you allow it to sit for a few seconds, what you can do is you can just tap it off. And then what I will do is, to prevent it from moving, I'm going to go ahead and put this inside the light and then work on the other hand. Again, we're going to get it inside the light. When you get it inside the light, you're going to be able to do the other finger. As soon as you're done powder coating the other finger, you could rotate and work throughout the whole entire set until all 10 fingers are done. After you go through all 10 fingers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working with a second coat. What I want to be able to do is I want to try to get as close to the edges as I can, and this is going to add the strength layer. So as soon as I'm done doing that nice even coat over the surface, Then I'm immediately going to come in with my spoon. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour a nice even amount, again from cuticle to free edge. This is really going to bring out the intensity of the color, and it's going to add the strength the client desires. After the second coat, what I'm going to do is use Swipe to clean off any residue, any dust residue around the skin and the surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand file around the edges just to make sure that I have everything absolutely even. All right. After I'm done shaping my edges, I'm going to use a brand new sponge buffer just to get around my edges to make sure that we have a completely smooth surface. I'm going to cleanse the surface with Swipe. And then what I want to be able to do so that we ensure that our top coat does not chip off, I'm going to place Protein Bond around the edges and surface before our conversion top coat application. And what this is going to do is it's going to ensure that we're not going to have any chipping along the edges or the tips. We're going to take one coat of conversion top coat. Let's go ahead and set that in for the final 60-second cure. As soon as the 60-second cure is done, I'm going to cleanse the surface with Swipe, and you'll see the final results.
Hey guys, we hope you love our nail videos. Comment below and let us know what you want to see next. To see more, go right over here. To subscribe to our channel, head right over here.